Hey wrestling fans, Brian Crazy F and True Wrestling back at you with this week's SmackDown review and also a big update coming out of the WWE. Apologize guys, I have a little bit of cold this week, so bear with me. MVP was released from the WWE. He asked for his release, he was given it, he said he was treated fairly, so when I get more info, I'll bring it to you. Michael Cole is still on commentary. SmackDown starts off with a promo that'll be Kane versus Edge later in the night for a match to determine the stipulation of their match at the TLC pay-per-view. Obviously, it's going to be a TLC match, but let them book and do whatever they please. First things first, Rey Mysterio comes out. He cuts a promo on his King of the Ring qualifying match on SmackDown last week. He said Del Rio cost him the match, the one that he did have with Dash and Cody Rhodes. Dash and Cody Rhodes did go on to compete in the King of the Ring tournament, but he was beat, I believe, in the first round. Off the top of my head, Rey's on the ladder, saying this, that, and the other. Del Rio comes out, he climbs up the ladder, he faces him, man to man. Rey says that he's talked to Teddy Long, got them a match at the TLC pay-per-view, and it's on. Del Rio says he has nothing to prove to him. He's already beaten him multiple times. Rey knocks him off the ladder. He ends up knocking him out of the ring, and Rey jumps on him and breaks a table. Then we cut to a Dolph and Vicky promo, and then for those of you that don't know, Kaitlyn, who has been kind of an interest in Dolph's eye, and she's been interested in Dolph as well, won NXT Season 3, which has been kind of broadcast on WWE.com since SmackDown moved to Sci-Fi and they lost their slot there. So she was there, and Dolph definitely had eyes for her. Surprisingly enough, me and Joey were looking at attire the other day on WWEshop.com, and we saw they had Drew McIntyre shirts. But you know how some superstars just never wear the shirts that you see, in the stores? Like, I remember going, as a kid, and I would always want to, get the, the Stone Cold Fuck Fear drink beer, or the Just Bring It shirt, or this, that, or the other, and all you'd find is these, like, they would be WWE licensed, but they would just be off shirts. You never see them on TV. So, I saw a Drew McIntyre shirt, and I was like, when does that guy ever wear a shirt? He ain't never going to wear that. And funny enough, he actually wore it. So this would be MVP's last match in the WWE. He and Kaitlyn, which came out with a pretty good entrance. They were very in unison with the pyro and everything. They faced Dolph and Drew McIntyre. Cole, while they're coming out, Cole cuts to a promo why he did with what he did on Monday night to Jerry the King Lawler, and he says that this coming Monday night on Raw he will explain everything. It was a solid match. Vicky interferes at the end. Dolph wins with the zigzag. As soon as Vicky gets involved, someone gets distracted, and he picks up his cheap victories like he always does. That's the only reason he's been able to keep that title for so long. Kane comes out, he clears house, Edge is on the Titantron. He's kind of teasing Kane to come find Paul. We cut to a Cena promo showing how he got fired and how he came back, and his whole vigilante justice thing, and this, that, and the other. So we'll see how that plays out. And I guess from a very good source, Juan Cena, his Mexican cousin from New Beria, Mexico, will only be at WWE house shows. I guess they're not going to debut this character on Raw. Thank God. Alright, moving on. Kane is still trying to find Brother Paul. He's running around the arena, like he has been for like the last 2 weeks. I mean, okay. Then we go into a match, Swagger versus Kofi Kingston for the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a solid match. It was 15 plus minutes. It was good wrestling. This is the kind of stuff that they need to put on more. Kofi wins with Trouble in Paradise. He is now the #1 contender. He will face Dolph for the Intercontinental Championship. We got more Kane. And then We go into actually a pretty good contest. It was short, but it was pretty good. We had Chris Masters, the Masterpiece. Oh, excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm fighting a cold here. Woke up with it this morning. Chris Masters, the Masterpiece, versus Dashing Cody Rhodes. Solid match. Short, though. Dashing did win. Moving on, Chris Masters has been chosen as a pro for NXT Season 4. Another Kane promo. Then we go into Rosa versus Layla. After the match, Cool double teams Rosa. There was a lot going on here, so I tried to make some quick notes. They double team Rosa. Then Hornswoggle comes out, and he tries to break it up. And then Cool gets on their knees and starts mocking Hornswoggle. So then Beth Phoenix comes out and tears up Cool. And then the Swagger Flying Eagle comes out, and Beth Phoenix gets into it with the Swagger Flying Eagle. And it was something else. I don't know who comes up with these things. And hey, guess who we got to see for another time tonight? Kane! And he went against Hedge, as you all know. And Hedge comes out with what looks like Paul Bearer, leaves him at the top of the ramp. Well, in fact, it's not Paul Bearer. After Edge picks up the victory and chooses a TLC match, as we all knew this would be, because the pay-per-view is aptly named TLC and aren't always the world title matches what the pay-per-view's gimmick is, but that's okay. Predictability is evident in the WWE these days. But there's an imposter sitting at the top of the ramp. Kane goes up, he starts beating the crap out of some random guy like it's his fault he got kidnapped and put duct tape on by psycho-ass Hedge. He's then got Paul Bearer strapped to the back of a flatbed, which I thought was pretty funny. And the flatbed goes pulling off, and Kane's like, "No, let me stop the flatbed with my hands." And it's just... But, guys, the biggest news of this video is definitely that MVP got released. Also got some early Christmas gifts for my kids. I got the IC belt for my middle child and the WWE Championship air spins for my oldest. $15 a piece, and they've actually got pretty good detail for, little kids' belts. They're budding wrestling fans, and now they can have contests against each other. But, guys, thanks for checking out this video. I do appreciate it. Wow, what's SmackDown going to be like without MVP? But I got to be honest, he hasn't been booked too well lately. He hasn't really been too much of a pivotal player. He's always had the ability to be a pivotal player, and I love MVP, but not like that. But, too bad they didn't give him a chance to shine. And I do agree, I watched a Spinnernet video this morning. It kind of motivated me, because I haven't done my normal SmackDown videos in a while. It kind of motivated me to make this video for you guys. It is true that WWE is not pushing its mid-card talent anymore. It's almost like they're afraid. I mean, they used to get in a fresh batch of guys every couple of years, and they would groom them to be the next group of quote-unquote superstars. So I do have to agree with that. Spinnernet's voice drives me freaking insane. It's like nails on a chalkboard. But I'm sure with my cold, I don't sound too much better. But hey guys, thanks for checking me out. This is Brian Crazy at F and True Wrestling. I'll see you guys definitely before the holiday, but we are in the holiday season, so Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you do celebrate, and have a good one.